Yo, it's Leo. I'm back with another one, and this is TransTube. This video is going to be about counselling and the whole counselling journey, and what, how everything it took, well, most of what it took to get to where I am at this moment. We'll start with, I was a troubled child. We'll start there. Yeah, I was a very troubled child. I can't remember ever not being. Everyone would tell you the same that knew me then. So yeah, a troubled child. No one could ever quite put their finger on it. I went to Bernardo's for a couple of years. I originally went to Bernardo's with my family as a family thing. They picked me out and said, this one needs a bit of help. So then I ended up in like a little group full of other kids. Still talk to a couple of them now. And yeah, that was when I was about 7. That's a guess, pure guess. Maybe a bit younger, don't know. Anyways, stayed there for a couple of years. They then, what happened there? The groups stopped altogether. The groups stopped, so I had no one for a while then. Then I got transferred to CAMS, and I stayed with CAMS from literally the age of 10 to the age of 18. And that was regular CAMS meetings. There was a point when I kind of gave up and I couldn't be bothered anymore when I was about 15, 16. So I did sort of go in, then I went again. And honestly, CAMS is the best thing that ever happened to me in regards to my transition, because they really did point me, my mum, my family in the right direction of where to get me help and where to go, and transferred me right through, gave me that diagnosis. And yeah, I don't think, I've had about 15 counsellors and one stands out to me, and she is a lot of the reason why I am where I am. She's even the person that signed the official legal depot certificates when I got over 16. So yeah, CAMS. That was, as I said, about 15 different therapists, counsellors, psychiatrists, just making sure that what I'm saying is how I'm feeling is legit how I'm feeling. I got asked the same questions multiple times for so much of my life, all of my teens basically, and yeah, it hasn't really stopped. Like to this day, you still go to appointments. Well, not anymore, but just after surgery it stops. Even the day of surgery, they're asking you, "You good? You sure?" Like they're very. No one wants to make that mistake, and I don't know if anyone has in the UK, but it is heard of in America. So yeah, when people change their minds. So it is really important that you get all these checks and you go for all these people. So with CAMS, at the same time as being with CAMS, I then got moved to the Tavistock Gender Clinic in Tavistock in London, which is basically the same kind of thing, kind of therapy, but it's purely gender-based. Nothing else comes into it, and they give you blockers, like pre-adulthood blockers, so under 18s blockers, which slows down puberty and will kind of stops puberty, to be honest. And yeah, they then transfer you to the adult gender clinic. I went to Northamptonshire, boom, shortest wait in this one, so I was like, yeah, that was still about 6 weeks wait, but to be seen. And then I had to see them 3 times before I could get my medication, and it was a long process to then get surgery and be done. But yeah, it is worth it in the end. Like, it was a lifetime of questions and counselling and help, but it's worth it in the end. And when you get there, and when you can look in the mirror and not feel ill, or not just feel resentful and hateful, it is the best feeling in the world. I don't think anyone can quite understand it unless you're in it. Yeah. So yeah, long process, multiple suicide attempts. Like, it hasn't been easy. Like, it looks a lot easier on the outside than it is. You see especially a trans man, because I don't really know many trans women, so I'm not going to speak for them. But for me as a trans man, I've always passed. People always think, you know what, he's handling it really well. It's what it is. It's one of them things. He's going to get surgery. It's all like, or he's got surgery. It's all fine. That's just the assumption people have. But God, when I was between the ages of 15 and 19, the amount of times I tried to commit suicide, literally jumping up straight after a shower, or anytime I had to get changed, was crazy. Like, yeah, like the amount of times I was in the hospital. I've stayed in the hospital 3 times due to overdoses, and obviously I'll always say it. I didn't want to die. Something inside me stopped me, and I'll forever be grateful that I didn't have that much need and desire for it all to end at that time. And something did stop me. I did see a light at the end of the tunnel, and that was this. I saw this life, and I guess it really did prevent me from pushing, because, you know, like, there was a couple of bad overdoses, and I don't know if it was luck or God or something. Just kept me here, and Lord knows I've never tried to do it again for anything. So yeah, it hasn't been easy, but I can honestly say that I'm happy with the way things are, happy with the way my life is in regards to my transition, and I'm happy with the way I am, comfortable, confident. And I guess you could say I am what I hoped I'd be at 21. Just a couple things missing. But in regards to me as a person, I think I'm doing pretty well. And yeah, man, so much ratings for every single transgender person going through it or not knowing how to go through it. Hit me up, man. Like, yeah, so much love, so much respect. And say, have a good one. Like, share, do the thing. Thank you very much, in a bit.